The drama.
I'm tired of him hurting me.
The resolution.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
It's all today on Trisha. This woman has waited 40 years for the truth.
When I was 10 years old and you left me in the parking lot with my nose bleeding because you told me that you're not my father, I couldn't argue with you then. So you denied me.
And her daughter has been waiting backstage to confront her alleged grandfather.
He was only there for like a week or so, and then after that, he was just gone.
Can a DNA test erase decades of anger and resentment?
Being 35 years old and a man tells you he's not your father. This is the first time I've really seen him in person for 6.5 years. I'm tired of him hurting me.
You ready?
A teen mom denied.
I was 13 years old and in 7th grade when I found out I was pregnant.
Can you look at this baby? What do you think her ethnicity is? What did you say something about?
She's Hispanic.
Mocked by her peers.
What did they say?
Called me a slut, a whore.
A girl punched you in the stomach.
She punched me in the stomach.
She's tired of struggling to raise her baby alone.
You admit
Yes,
you've had to steal
I had to
diapers?
steal diapers, wipes, her clothes, her first pair of shoes.
He claims he's far from the only candidate for fatherhood.
I can name at least 5 guys she was with around the time she got pregnant.
Can a DNA test shut the rumor mill down? Today on Trisha.
Okay, sitting on our stage is Kem. Kem has come here today to solve a 40-year mystery. Kem says that this man, Percy, has been denying and humiliating her for the last 4 decades. Kem says Percy is a deadbeat dad who claims her as his daughter only when it's convenient for him. But Percy says he got information from a reliable source that Kem's mother had been sleeping around. Therefore, he cannot be Kem's father. So listen to some of Percy's other reasons for denying Kem.
It's been 40 years and I need to know whether or not Kim is my daughter. Over the years, I have had doubts, but recently, those suspicions have grown stronger. These suspicions that I have come from Kim Yell's mother herself. She had relations with another man at the time that she got pregnant with Kim. Kim has disrespected me time and time again. No child of mine would talk to me that way. Kim has turned her own daughter, Jalea, against me. I've tried to be a good grandfather to Jalea, but the problems between Kim and myself has made this impossible. If the DNA proves that Kim is my daughter, I'll work hard at having a relationship with her. If the DNA proves that Kim is not my daughter, it's gonna hurt me, but I'm gonna have to live with the result.
Now, wow. Let me just tell you, Kem isn't alone. Backstage is her daughter, Jalea, and she says she's tired of Percy's denial. Today, she wants to give him an ultimatum, and we're going to talk to her later. But first, has he said some things to you that have really hurt you over the years?
Oh, yeah.
Like what? Like what?
When things don't go right with him and my mother, or the little bit of arguments that they had, and I held on to him being my father for a long time. Nobody could tell me different.
Yeah.
He began to deny me.
Has he actually said that to you?
Yes.
Now, your daughter, Jalea, is here. Does he have a relationship with her?
No, he's lying. He hasn't done anything that a father or grandfather would do. The thing is, I want him to be a dad.
But are you sure he is your father? Because he's saying that he has reliable sources telling him that your mom slept around.
He's a liar. My mother was a virgin when they first met.
So what happens if you find out today that he is your dad? Do you think anything will change?
I don't think that he's gonna change. Everything that he said was a lie. He's pathetic to me. I don't see him as a positive role model. He's a liar. He's a liar.
So why do you even want to know if he's your dad then, if he's such a you know?
That's important to me because he, you know, why deny me? I'm beautiful. I've did things in life. I've raised my 5 children. Nobody gave me anything. You know.
Is it just so you
I loved him.
You loved. Do you love him now?
Yes.
Despite all the pain. Despite all the pain.
Despite all the pain.
Is there still that little 10-year-old girl saying, love me, I'm your daughter? Is this...
And that's what I feel like, because I felt like not having it, that it was always a little girl inside of me. A lot of times I felt like I wasn't mature enough because I was looking for love from my father.
Do you think you made mistakes, emotional mistakes with men, and...
I didn't know how to balance my relationships.
So what do you want to say to him today? What do you want him to hear? You probably said it 100 times. What do you want him to hear?
I want him to hear the truth. I want him to hear that, you know, I am his daughter. I want him to be a man. I want him to... I want him to be a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather.
Well,
I have a grandson.
What if he's not your dad?
I don't know.
Let's take one step at a time. I want to give Percy a chance to hear why he's saying what he's saying. Why he's...
I'm out.
Let me reframe it a different way. Let's welcome Percy. Two sides to every story, Percy. Did you
You
hear?
don't have to sit that close to me, really. You can sit over there. You can. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Percy, do you believe Kem is your daughter?
I don't believe that a child of mine would say the things about me that she has said about me.
Why did I say those things? Why? How do you respect a person when they're telling you constantly that you're not their child and you're reaching out to them and you want their love? How do you respect a person? And morally, are you teaching me right?
Well, let's hear from Percy. Let's hear from Percy.
Had I known she was going to say the things that she said, I would have asked you to polygraph each one of us before we came on the stage.
Oh. You want a lie detector test?
Yeah, I do.
From a professional liar that you are?
Oh, come on, Karen.
So what?
Listen, I didn't come on this show to belittle anyone or call anyone names.
But
I came
you
on this.
belittled me. You belittled me
Hold
for
up,
40
baby.
years.
Let me talk to the host a
me.
minute. Okay. See, that's exactly my point.
That is your point.
Yeah,
what
that's
you're
exactly
saying.
my point.
So can I go back to the beginning, Percy? You and Kem's mom, do you have a relationship of any kind? Or?
She and I have talked over the years. We've had our differences and falling out, and primarily it's been
When
because
he don't get what he wants.
Have you ever said to Kem, yes, you are my daughter?
Many times.
Oh,
Many
but
times.
have you ever said to her, no, you're not my daughter?
Kim and I had an argument.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
Let me-
When I was 10 years old, I couldn't argue with you.
Wait a minute.
When I was 10 years old and you left me in the parking lot with my nose bleeding because you fact you not my father, I couldn't argue with you then. So
let's
you
hear-
denied me.
I had no recollection. I have no recollection of that incident.
So, Percy, what was your version of that?
I never had that experience with her. I don't know.
Liar. You should have took a lie detector because he's lying.
Let's hear. Did you stay with Kem at one stage? Did she give
I
you a
left the
roof over your head?
I left the family and the child and that child's mother
Yeah.
to spend some time with her. And I came to Atlantic City to spend time with her.
True.
During the brief period that I was in Atlantic City, she and we get into this argument one day. And so I felt that the argument was a little heated. Doesn't matter why, baby. I felt that the argument was a little heated, so
The truth never matters.
So I removed myself and I went back to the home.
No, I kicked you out. I
kicked
kicked
me.
you back out.
I was never living with her. I was just there spending time with her because she was my daughter and I wanted to spend time with her and the
He was there with
grandchildren.
me because he needed a place to stay.
I did
and
not
I'm
need a
only,
place to stay.
Whenever he needs something, that's all I've been good
I have
for.
never asked this young lady for anything in my life. I don't know what she's talking about.
You
Has
know
she
what?
ever taken anything from
She's
you?
never taken anything from me.
So there's been no exchange
There's
of...
been no exchanges. No. The only thing she wanted me to do is be a
So you've been stable all your life and you never needed no help.
What my stability has to do
You've
with...
been stable all your life and you never needed any help.
You're really angry with
Y'all
Percy.
still clapping at this behavior? I'm not clapping. Y'all still clapping at
It's
this
not
behavior?
behavior.
You're not? I'll come to
Would
you
you want your kid to act like that?
What are you saying? Just a minute. Okay, what are you saying? What are you saying? Stand up for me. What are you saying?
Sweetheart, you are so disrespectful. Yes. You're supposed to be there for your father. Yes. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you degrade him as a man, regardless if he needed you so what? You're supposed to be there, and you talk about you need a father. I won't want you as my daughter either. I got a father. I got a father too, dog. But I will never disrespect my father as no man.
Let me tell you
His
something.
integrity don't got nothing to do with nothing. You are disrespectful, sister. You couldn't be my sister.
Be there for him.
You couldn't be my sister.
If he was laying in the gutter, I would still call him my dad. He's rejected me.
There are so many people who have no father that for whatever reason he comes to you, you're supposed to love this man.
But doesn't it go both ways?
Yes, but he does go both ways. But we're the African Americans in Philadelphia, Atlantic City, Jersey. Look, you're glad to know who your father is. And if he comes to you for a glass of water, give him a glass of water. If he comes to you for a hug, give him a hug. But out here on a public forum, disrespecting him, you are belittling yourself. You are belittling yourself. Your daughter is coming.
Okay, thank you. Whoa.
Monday, Kimyo called me and asked me to do the show.
Yeah.
Kimyo tells me, she said, Dad, I ain't going on the show for no drama. You know, we're going to find a result.
But this is all her emotions
I didn't say that to you.
Percy, what I want to do, just let everyone calm down. I want to take a break. Okay, take a break here, and we will come back to this. And also, when we come back, we'll get to meet Jalea and hear her side of the story, how she feels about, well, you could be her grandfather, maybe not. So we'll also get the results of the DNA tests. Up next.
I opened up my door to have him come near and drag his feet and not do what he's supposed to do and then tell me again he's not my father because he's not getting what he wants like a kid. I'm the one that missed out on all of that.
And later, a teen mom denied.
What happens when the kids in your class see that you're pregnant? What did they say?
They just like totally bullied me, called me a slut, a whore. It even got to the point where I got hit in the stomach.
DNA drama.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
Today on Trisha.
She said she just want to find out. She want to find out because her mother used to hand her the phone and tell her to talk to this other guy.
Okay.
You know, as
No,
her
she
dad.
didn't because the other guy is supposed to be deceased.
So this is still going on because the big question Percy is saying is Kim his daughter or not? And you've been saying for 40 years you've thought he is, then he isn't. He said he is, and he isn't.
Up until I was 35, I'll be 41. Up until I was 35, like he put that in my head. Being 35 years old and a man tells you he's not your father.
But why did you keep going back and having him in your home?
I was done with him. I haven't talked to him in 6.5 years. I haven't talked to him.
So this is the first time?
This is the first time I've really seen him in person for 6.5 years. I'm tired of him hurting me. People saying me being disrespectful. I opened up my door. I have 5 children. And because of my children's father was killed, I had to play the role of a mother and a father. So to have him come near and drag his feet and not do what he's supposed to do and then tell me again he's not my father because he's not getting what he wants like a kid, I'm the one that missed out on all of that.
Trish, am I gonna get a chance to say something? Okay. I reached out over these last years. I reached out.
I needed him. I need him.
What do you need from him? And what you need from him, can you give
need him.
That's if he's your father. Now, your daughter's been there all along. This other person that wants to be involved in this, and that's Kim's daughter, Jalea. So everyone, please welcome Jalea. Hi, Jalea.
Hello. Listen to these lies.
Don't cry, Mom.
So what do you want to say?
I had one thing to say. As far as him saying that she's being disrespectful to him, those are her feelings. She's entitled for him. You don't know the story. You don't know what she's been through. I hear what you're saying.
I know the stuff
that may
that he
be right,
did.
but you don't know what she's been through. She's entitled to her own feelings. When you understand a person and know where they coming from, then you know and know the whole story and her feelings, then you can say what you're saying.
And not only that,
Julia, what are you seeing? What are you saying if they know the whole story?
Just her feelings and what she's been through with him not being there. She hurts from him not being there, the stuff that she's been through, wishing that he was there.
But if he is your grandfather, that's been and stayed with you, huh?
I mean, it wasn't even for that long. He was there. I mean, he came around. I mean, he was only there for like a week or so, and then after that, he was just gone.
If you are, I don't know what the DNA test will say.
If he is, what can I just do is just be a father, be a grandfather, and be a great-grandfather.
Can I just say
that's
all
reasonable.
That we ask.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
That's all that we ask.
Change? Will things change, though, Percy?
Things have to change. In other words, Kim has to get rid of the bitterness. Because I have a low tolerance for that.
How can I get rid of the bitterness when every time something's not done that you want, you deny me? Who cannot get rid of the bitterness? I'm a lemon. Again, to the comment that the young man made in the audience, you don't know me. I'm a beautiful person. All I want to do is be loved. And when a male figure, someone that's your father, causes your first emotional scars, it stops you in your tracks. I'm wondering who I am.
But first of all, the main thing is to find out if Percy is your biological father. That's the first step. Okay, so we'll get the results. Do you feel that you're ready for those results?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
What?
Yes, you are ready. We here today, so we're gonna find out.
I'm ready to get it out the way.
Okay. So I don't know what is in here. I guess it's a really important part of your future and who you are. But what I was saying before is, you were saying you don't know who you are.
I don't. Every day I wake up, I feel complete.
But sweetheart, it's not. I don't know who my father is, but I know who I am.
I don't think she's saying it and to know who she is, but to know her background and where a person comes from.
I don't know which country my father's from. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what my racial history is. I don't even know which continent I'm from. Right. You know? But it doesn't stop me from knowing who I am. All right. Are you ready to do this? Are you ready to do this?
Yes.
Do you want to open it?
No.
Do you want me to open it for you?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I want to open it.
Yeah? Is that okay if your daughter opens it?
Yeah, let me open it.
Yeah.
Do you want to come around here with...
Come here, I'm going to open it.
Come here. Okay. Come here, stand here so you can...
You ready?
Yeah. She's here. Coming up...
All that I did for him. All that I did for this man.
Up next, a teen mom denied. And you've had to steal, you admit you've had to steal diapers?
I had to steal diapers, wipes, her clothes, her first pair of shoes, everything.
DNA drama.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
Today on Trisha. I'd like you all to take a look at this picture. Yeah, this is Trista. And in this photograph, she was just 13 years old and pregnant with her daughter, Madison. Now, Trista says her life changed the day she found out she was pregnant. She was forced to grow up. She struggled to provide for her daughter. And when she didn't have money, she admits she shoplifted diapers and formula. But Trista says her biggest heartache came when 19-year-old Duncan flat out denied he was the father and rejected her baby. Take a look at her excruciating journey.
I was 13 years old and in 7th grade when I found out I was pregnant. I didn't know how to change a baby's diaper. I didn't know how to make a bottle. I was terrified. Before I got pregnant, I was partying, drinking, smoking pot. I never thought anything bad would happen to me. Getting pregnant changed my life. I had to drop out of school because I was being called a slut, a whore. It even got to the point where I got hit in the stomach. Duncan started denying Madison the second I told him I was pregnant with her. The day that she was born, I sent him a picture of her, and he said that baby's not mine. She was born with a taco in her hand. She's a Mexican. It pisses me off that Duncan wants to do that to my daughter. He knows that I wasn't sleeping with anybody else but him. Being a teen mom has made me do things that I never thought that I would do. Going to the mall, stealing her shoes, stealing her clothes, stealing my baby's formula, diapers, and wipes, all because Duncan doesn't want to help me. It breaks my heart when Madison comes up to me and tells me that her daddy doesn't love her. I grew up without my father, so I know exactly how it feels. But if he doesn't step up and actually try to be in her life, then I'm not gonna let him, because I'm not gonna sit back and let him break my daughter's heart.
Wow. Trista, so you find out you're pregnant at 13. Could you even comprehend what had happened?
Not really. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Did you know anything about safe sex, or?
I did, but I just didn't, like I said, I didn't think it would happen to me.
So you find out you're pregnant. Did you tell Duncan?
My uncle did.
And what was
Because I didn't know how to get a hold of him.
What was his reaction?
He said that it wasn't his.
Was there anybody else on the scene?
No, I dated a guy before I met him, like a year before I met him.
Yeah.
And I was with him like a year before him, and he claims that.
So when you were 12?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Again, that's not something that happens to a kid who's, in a happy place. Yeah. Now, you were in 7th grade in school when you got pregnant.
Yeah.
So what happens when the kids in your class see that you're pregnant? What did they say?
Well, my friends, they were kind of happy, but the girls that didn't like me, they just like totally bullied me, called me a slut, a whore, and it even got to the point where I got hit in the stomach and I had to drop out.
A girl punched you in the stomach?
She punched me in the stomach.
Did you have to go to hospital?
I did.
Wow. Did you ever get back to school?
I did after I had her.
Were you scared?
Yes, very.
And you've got this baby in your arms. Could you believe it, or were you kind of in shock?
I was in shock. I didn't want to believe that she was mine, and like I said, I didn't even know how to change a diaper. I didn't know how to make a bottle. I didn't know how to do anything.
Yeah, because everybody, we're talking about, if you're watching this and you've ever thought, I'm a teenager, hey, I can have a baby, we're talking it real here. This is real. This is what it's about. So, you sent Duncan a picture of this adorable little girl.
I did.
And what did he say?
He said, she's not mine. That she's born with a taco in her hand.
What? Born with?
A taco in her hand. He thinks that she's a Mexican. Does she look like a Mexican to you guys? No, she don't. She looks like me.
You've really struggled as a teen mom. You couldn't provide for her on her own.
No, I was too young to have a job. I depended on my mother, and my mother had 3 heart attacks, so she can't. We're living off family's first right now.
And you've had to steal, you admit?
Yes,
you've had to steal diapers?
I had to steal diapers, wipes, her clothes, her first pair of shoes, everything.
You do what you do
to get a job.
You do what you do to survive.
Yeah, I do what I can to support my child.
That's a toughie, because stealing, we all know, isn't right. But then what do you do? What do you do? So does Madison know about Duncan?
She does, but like it breaks my heart because she comes up to me and she's like, my daddy don't love me.
How does she know that? Did you tell her that?
No.
Has he ever spent any time with her?
He has once.
Like,
actually, he took her to his house.
Oh, for how long?
With his girlfriend for like a couple of hours, maybe, if that.
And how'd that work out?
It worked okay, I guess. Like, she was happy to see him, but here recently, she's just, she will tell you, yes, Duncan is my daddy, but he doesn't want anything to do with me. The first time she told me that, I burst out in tears because I didn't know what to do.
What are you hoping as you say, that if, I don't know what they'll be, if the DNA results come back and confirm what you're saying, that Duncan is her dad, what are you hoping will come of all of this?
I hope that he, actually steps up and be the father my daughter deserves.
Okay. Well, I think it's time we meet Duncan, but before I bring him out, listen to how Duncan feels about being accused of fathering 4-year-old Madison. Watch this.
For the last 4 years, Trista's been claiming that Madison is my daughter. I'm tired of the drama. I'm just ready to get to the bottom of this. The truth is, when I found out Trista was pregnant, I didn't believe it was mine. If she was so sure I was the father, why'd she wait 5 months to tell me? Trista has a reputation around town. I can name at least 5 guys she was with around the time she got pregnant. I can't take her word for it. Trista's not this innocent girl she makes herself out to be. I keep hearing she's a struggling teen mom, but every time I turn around, she's got a new man playing daddy to her daughter. She's never lacked help, so I really don't feel bad. The last time I tried to see Madison, Trista came walking out of the bathroom in a towel with 2 guys behind her. I can't accept I'm the only possible father when she's acting like that in front of her own daughter. I'm 19 years old, I have my whole life ahead of me, and one thing I will not do is take care of another man's daughter.
Okay, it's time to welcome Duncan to the show. Coming up, you hear that Trista had to steal to make ends meet.
I don't believe that at all. What did I have nothing to do with that?
And later, this DNA drama has spanned 40 years and 4 generations. DNA drama.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
Today on Trisha.
I was 13 years old and in 7th grade when I found out I was pregnant. Getting pregnant changed my life. I had to drop out of school because I was being called a slut, a whore. It even got to the point where I got hit in the stomach. Duncan started denying Madison the second I told him I was pregnant with her. It pisses me off that Duncan wants to do that to my daughter. He knows that I wasn't sleeping with anybody else but him.
For the last 4 years, Trista's been claiming that Madison is my daughter. The truth is, when I found out Trista was pregnant, I didn't believe it was mine. Trista has a reputation around town. I can name at least 5 guys she was with around the time she got pregnant. I'm 19 years old. I have my whole life ahead of me, and one thing I will not do is take care of another man's daughter.
It's time to welcome Duncan to the show. So, let me ask you straight out, Duncan, did you ever have unprotected sex with Trista?
Yeah.
So there is a chance you could be the daddy.
Yeah.
If you choose, and you were only, what, 14?
I think I just turned 15.
Turned 15, did you know what you were doing?
Yeah, I mean, how could you not?
You were old enough to know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But you weren't old enough to take care of your business and make sure you didn't create a baby. Yeah? No. So, you find out that Trista's pregnant. Now, what is your issue? You only found out 5 months down the track? Is that a problem?
I didn't know I was pregnant until I was 7 months pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, because I was like 100 pounds when I got pregnant.
That does not make any sense.
I didn't gain any weight. I didn't show any signs or anything.
Why do you not believe this baby is yours?
I mean, her family, many friends, some guys.
What did my family say? Because all my family believes, even your family believes that she's yours.
When you look at Madison, what do you think her ethnicity is? What did you say something about?
She's Hispanic.
What do you feel when you hear what Trista went through as a lone teen mom?
I know she didn't struggle at all. She's been at home the whole time. Every time.
Okay, yeah, I've been at home taking care of your daughter.
She wants me to come see the baby, right? And then every time she gets a boyfriend, she say, "Oh, it's not."
Okay, I've only had one boyfriend for the past 3 years, and that's the only one of my boyfriends that she's called daddy.
You hear that Trista had to steal to make ends meet.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay, I wasn't old enough to get a job, so I had to do something. My mama couldn't work.
Did you know her mom had had several heart attacks?
Yeah.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
We were living off families first.
You don't feel guilty in any way?
No, I mean, what did I have nothing to do with that? I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Have you tried to be a part of Madison's life at all?
I have a few times.
No, you haven't.
And like I said, when she gets another boyfriend, she wants to say he's dad. She don't need you. So.
So have you tried to contact?
Because you never even tried. I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart. What kind of person would that make me be?
You just want to play games all the time.
Okay, yeah, I want to play games.
But Duncan, one time the little girl came over to yours. You had her for a few hours. How was that?
I mean, it went okay. I just don't feel a connection with her. I guess it's because I haven't been
there. You don't have to feel a connection with somebody for somebody to be your daughter.
You're right. I don't.
So Duncan, why, if this isn't your daughter, what reason would Trista have to pin Madison on you? What would she get out of that?
She needs money. I mean, it's
all
about money.
Are you wealthy, or
right?
do you have money?
Who I live with.
Okay. So I don't know what the DNA results say. Let me play it 2 ways. If the DNA test results come back and say you're not her daddy, what are you gonna say?
I will not be surprised one bit. Not one bit.
What are you saying about Trista's reputation?
Everybody knows her around our town.
Meaning?
Everybody.
Meaning?
Everybody. You need something, hit her up.
And you were part of that?
Yeah. It was easy. It was easy.
It was easy. If this little girl is yours, it might not be easy for the next 18 years.
That's right. That's right. I understand that.
Well, Madison is already 4 years old. I don't think that she should need to go much further in life without getting some questions answered. So let's cut to the chase. Let's come to the DNA test results. I don't know what they said. Do you want to open this?
I will.
You're going to, but do you need confirmation of what you really believe?
No, I just want to do it.
You want to do it? Okay. Up next, you've been through hell. It's not your fault. Something good came out of that. That's Madison. Something good. And later, this DNA drama has spanned 40 years and 4 generations. DNA drama.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
Today on Trisha.
I was 13 years old and in 7th grade when I found out I was pregnant. I had to drop out of school because I was being called a slut, a whore. Duncan started denying Madison the second I told him I was pregnant with her.
For the last 4 years, Trista's been claiming that Madison is my daughter. The truth is, when I found out Trista was pregnant, I didn't believe it was mine. Trista has a reputation around town. I can name at least 5 guys she was with around the time she got pregnant. I'm 19 years old. I have my whole life ahead of me, and one thing I will not do is take care of another man's daughter.
When you look at Madison, what do you think her ethnicity is? What did you say something about?
She's Hispanic.
If the DNA test results come back and say you're not her daddy.
I would not be surprised one bit.
Well, Madison is already 4 years old. I don't think that she should need to go much further in life without getting some questions answered. So let's cut to the chase. Let's come to the DNA test results. I don't know what they said. Do you want to open this?
I will.
You're going to, but do you need confirmation of what you really believe?
No, I just want to do it.
You want to do it? Okay. The DNA test determined that Madison is not your daughter, though.
I told you. You embarrassed yourself, I guess you'll be back.
What are you saying?
I was so sure.
She was sure. I don't think she would have brought you here unless she was so sure.
I thought she hadn't been with nobody for a year.
Yeah.
Well, I stayed messed up all the time, so.
I don't remember it.
Here's the thing, and maybe because you're 18? 19 now. If a girl, a kid of 13 is willing to engage in sex, I'm telling you now, something bad has gone down to sexualize that child so early. So not just for you, not just for you, but for other guys watching, you come across a girl who's willing to give it up at that age, you stay away, you're exploiting her. Because, and I guess you learn that. So you're off the hook now. So good luck. I'm going to switch places with you. Okay.
Where do I go?
All right. You want to go that way? You really thought it was him, huh? Come on, sit up, sit up. You got there. You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. And I'm not going to reveal to them what you've been through, but you're a little survivor. You have been through hell. And that hell made you reach out for love or comfort or, you know? It's not your fault. Something good came out of that. That's Madison. Something good. You can show what it's like to be a powerful mum. Yeah? Up next, this DNA drama has spanned 40 years and 4 generations.
all that I did for this man.
DNA drama.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
Today on Trisha.
It's been 40 years, and I need to know whether or not Kim is my daughter. These suspicions that I have come from Kim Yell's mother herself. She had relations with another man at the time that she got pregnant with Kim. Kim has turned her own daughter, Jalea, against me. I've tried to be a good grandfather to Jalea, but the problems between Kim and myself has made this impossible.
I'm tired of him hurting me.
Percy, do you believe Kim is your daughter?
I don't believe that a child of mine would say the things about me that she has said about me.
Why did I say those things?
First of all, the main thing is to find out if Percy is your biological father.
Let me open it.
Yeah.
Do you want to come around here with...
Come here,
while
I'm
she
going to
opens-
open it.
Come here. Okay. Come here, stand here so you can...
You ready?
Yeah, she's here. The DNA test determined that Kemi is...
It's not.
It's not Percy's daughter. Sweetheart.
I told you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I told you.
It's okay. It don't sound no show. We know who your dad is. We know today who he is.
You know, so
it's
you know.
okay.
He's
We know who he is.
dead.
My great grandfather, he's deceased. We know who he is.
All
And
this
we
he
even
took
him
me
with
through,
somebody
all
else.
he did, all
It's
I did for
okay.
him.
It's okay.
All that I did for him.
It's
All
alright.
that
Let
I
it
did
go.
for this man.
You want to come sit down here with me, sweetheart?
Sit down.
Listen,
I did-
sweetheart, listen. listen.
Don't
I
get
had
mad
every
at
right
it. You
to
did it
just-
from-
Okay,
You
all
did
right.
it from the
I had
kindness
every
of
right
your
to-
heart.
She
Relax.
did, yeah.
Relax.
Yeah.
That don't change who you are. That's the person that you are. You did it from the kindness of your heart.
Yeah.
That was a blessing that you earned.
Now you know you can't make those excuses anymore. We're not our parents, we're ourselves. And you are a beautiful woman in your own right. So, Percy, are you shocked at all?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
Yeah,
Did you really think she was your daughter?
yeah,
Did you want me to be?
I did.
Oh, you did.
Is there any reason for you to have any contact with this family again? Because I think it might prolong the pain.
I'm going to have contact with her.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
How you feel about it?
Do you want Percy in your life?
now, the person who is my grandfather, he's dead, so it's just like I'm still without one, so it doesn't change anything. But we go on. We go on.
You go on.
We made it this far. We go on.
Yeah.
We go on. We go on.
So, do you want to spend any time with Percy?
No, I just want to know if he thinks that he owes me an apology for the things that he has done not being my father.
I'm sorry, baby.
I think
I'm
both
sorry.
of y'all will apologize to both parents.
The way I was treated. Thank you so much.
DNA drama.
I'm not gonna sit there and let you break my daughter's heart.
Today on Trisha.
I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for being here. And I was just saying to my audience, and I think this is really true, sometimes just surviving is success. Should we cast judgment? You do what you need to do to get through, and that's what our guests do, so take care.